All right, everybody. This is the JK Theory. Here, there is no topic that's left untouched and unturned. We talk about it all, even the serious stuff, and we always put our own spin of, comedic humor, because at the end of the day, you just got to laugh about life, right? So at the JK Theory, I'm Jay,
I'm Kay.
and this is the JK Theory podcast. So tonight's episode, oh man, it's something that a lot of people have been talking about and heard a lot of whispers and opinions, and of course we got to give our own theories and our own spin. So this is about former president of the United States. Some say the greatest president ever, some say the worst president ever, Donald Julius Trump. I don't know if Jay's Julius. Donald J. Trump got shot. If I had the copyright, I would have played Many Men right now. But yeah, he was on the podium. He felt something on his ear, ducked down, came up, blood everywhere. What's your opinion? I want to hear where you're coming from on this.
Well, first off, uh, rest in peace to the people that got killed.
Yes,
I believe it was
yes.
two
So
people that
far
got
we heard what two people lost
I
their
think it
lives.
was two. I do believe it was two people that got killed.
Absolutely.
Uh, but as far as the whole ordeal goes, people get shot every day, B.
It's camera.
No, but like I don't know. It was just weird. The whole ordeal is weird. And like, where the hell was your men at? Because there is no way that a shooter can be on any building while a president or a former president is anywhere in the facility. Like, either somebody didn't do their job right or somebody full of shit and you trying to get sympathy votes. And I don't give a damn if they shot at him 100 times. I'm not voting for him. But that's another case.
Yeah, I
I
mean, it didn't look like it made sense,
no,
right? There's
no.
too many like, how did this happen or how was this allowed to happen? And I don't know, man. When you first heard of it, right?
Yeah,
Just at first, you didn't know nothing about it. You just heard about it.
right.
What was going through your head?
Uh, First thing I thought of was, okay, did anybody get killed? Because when somebody sent me the video and I seen it, the people in the background, usually when people hear gunfire, they get to the floor. You're supposed to go right to the floor, go right to the ground. They didn't really do that. They just kind of did the little Kim thing, where she moved the mouse, like. So I'm like, okay. And then I seen him fall. I seen him grab his. I thought he grabbed his head or something, but he grabbed his ear, and then he came up and did the whole little whatever he did, that crap. Like I'm okay. You know what it reminds me of? Kind of reminds me of when he had COVID. And he got out the car and he got wherever he went on the little big thing and he took his mask off and did this thing like I'm okay. Yeah, okay. So I, it's just too many conspiracies with him. I just don't trust. So I'm sorry, people that are mega fans and all that crap, but yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
It looks really weird. When I first heard of it, mind you, this was just hearsay. I was out with family, and somebody had it on the TV. But we're doing a family thing. And they're like, "Oh yeah, somebody shot at Trump," and I'm like, "What? Like, what's going on? Like, is this retaliation from a group? Is this what was happening?" You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm watching it, but having a conversation. The TV's on mute. You can't even hear it. It's just background, And I'm catching bits and pieces of it. And I watch the video where he's on the podium and he first touches his ear and then he drops down.
Right.
Now, guys, I highly recommend watch the video. And there's a part where on the stage it's all blue and it has white stars. And he ducks under there for a little bit and then he jumps up. We don't know what's happening there. We don't know what's happening in that blue section. Also, there's a guy that starts waving his hands for some reason. That seemed off. The crowd definitely seemed off. Just like you said, if somebody's shooting, especially in that direction, you're going to run. You're going to push whoever's in front of you out the way. You're going to duck all the way down. You're not going to just pop and look like what.
Exactly.
Dodge the bullet. No, you ain't dodging a bullet. Get out of here. So it was odd. It was very weird. He has lots of Secret Service, and I'm sorry, they dropped the ball. They were too slow to respond. This is a former president of the United States. Love him or hate him, he's the former president. He has intel that nobody else has.
Yep.
He is precious, believe it or not. Whether you love him or hate him, he's important. And unfortunately, yes, 2 people did lose their lives. My condolences goes out to them and their family. But if it was my family member, I would be outraged because the pieces don't add up. Okay. My theory, and we'll probably get shut down, and if we do, hey, this was fun. But my whole theory, alleged theory, is that this was a setup. Someone in the security detail, whether it's Secret Service, whether it's something else, I don't know, set this up because the shooter was on top of some sort of a building, right? The shooter had time to set up a tripod, which means the shooter had time to point, aim, check his breath, he had time, right? I think that Trump's team maybe saw what was happening and maybe, allegedly, YouTube theory, PR was like, okay, we're going to use this to our leverage. And what I mean by that is my theory is this guy was going to get shot no matter what. They had him. They were just waiting for the opportunity. Once they shot him and Trump ducks down or whatever, touches his ear as the signal, boom, drops down. Once he gets below that part that I'm talking about, where it's just a blue backdrop with stars on it, you have 5 or 6 people on top of you. They could have easily just grabbed your ear, dabbed it with red, and just hit your face or whatever the case is, right? Because I didn't see blood dripping, right? I didn't see a piece of his ear. I didn't see anything. And I could be totally wrong, but I'm just going by what I believe happened. It was a PR stunt. It was, at least they saw the threat, and instead of stopping it, they used the threat, right? To give Trump the opportunity to throw his fist in the air, and I think he said fuck or fuck you or whatever. Come on, dude. Secret Service is not going to allow that. A real detail, their job is once there's a threat, you're gone. Point A to point B. You're going to safety. Okay, you sent me a video where this guy worked for security, and he said a perfect point. He's like, if something like this were to legitimately happen, they're not going to stop to pick up his shoe. They stop to pick up his shoe. There's no time for that. You're supposed to get from point A to point B in under 7 seconds. Boom. It's like they took their sweet time to do the PR stunt, get off stage, go to the convoy, and get in the car. And I don't know if you caught this, but there was a part that I thought was fishy as well. When he makes his way down the stage and he's going to the car, there's I don't know if it's a soldier or whatever you want to call him, but a guy in fatigue, and he's got his rifle and it's pointing up. when Trump gets in the car, all of a sudden he points inside the car for like a good 1 to 2 seconds and then holds his rifle up. So watch that video again. I thought that was weird. What is he pointing at? You know, why is he pointing inside the vehicle? Like what is that about? But it's crazy. I wish nobody would have lost their lives. But I'm sorry, but crazy people do crazy things, right? And this was a crazy situation. Um, if I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, then I apologize to everyone. But this is not what this show's about. This is about theories. This is about what our opinions are. This looked staged. This looked staged completely. And I'm being very careful as far as what I say because two people lost their lives. And I don't even want to say allegedly because I don't know. I don't want to claim allegedly lost their lives. But as far as we know, two people lost their lives. But this seemed rigged, bro. It seemed rigged.
It do. And I just want to say, I'm gonna be honest with you, the first thing I thought of when I heard this was I hope the shooter wasn't black or brown
Yeah.
because that's all they would need. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds bad, but it's the truth. Like if it was somebody that looked like one of us, oh my God. Do you know the outrage and the everything that would come out of this? It would have been horrible. Like it was already a bad situation. That would have made it 100 times worse. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, me and you have messaged each other here and there about the situation. You know more about it than I do. I think you sent me a picture of the shooter. Now, is it the shooter or is it allegedly the shooter?
Right now, I believe it's allegedly the shooter, but I'm pretty sure that's the shooter.
And do we know anything about the shooter?
Uh, the only thing I know about the shooter is he's a young kid, really. I think he's about 20. Um, he's registered as a Republican, but he did donate to some kind of Democrat thing. So I think he was tiddling. He didn't know which way to go, type thing, which is normal for kids nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But
Was he part of any like militia group or anything like?
not as of right now. They're trying to gather the pieces. His parents aren't really talking yet. They want to see what the CIA and the Secret Service has found out. So they're going to wait to hold their statement until they get all the information that they can.
Okay. What about stuff like medical records? Do we know anything like that? Any depression? Any?
Not as of yet. They haven't released any of that yet.
Man, that's sad. Again, I feel sorry for the family. It's never easy to lose a loved one, no matter what the situation is. But
Nope.
man, the internet is heartless. The memes that are coming out, the videos, it is just. I saw, I, I saw Trump's face on Tupac talking about "All Eyes on Me" and him on 50 Cent's Many Men just rapping. You know.
I seen it all.
Did you see the one where it's Trump on Neo's body from the Matrix, and the guy's shooting, he's just dodging him. Man,
I mean, the internet is the internet. They are undefeated.
it's insane. I got a buddy of mine that he was gifted a Donald I was about to say Donald Trump, a Donald Trump duck, like the little yellow ducks, right?
Yeah.
But it had a Donald Trump's hair and stuff on it, and he took it and he painted the suit, and then he painted the red on his ear and on his face. He's like, "There you go, honorary Trump duck." It's like, wow, like it's crazy, man. There's already shirts out there. There's
Somebody got a tattoo.
oh my god,
I
what?
just seen a tattoo of Donald Trump. He had a tattoo of Donald Trump on his shoulder. That picture of him getting up and he's saluting or whatever, he has that on his shoulder. I'm
Wow.
like, y'all are. This is why I say that little group is a cult.
It's a strong following, man.
That is so weird.
It like I could understand loving someone, I could understand supporting somebody, right? But it's different when you like somebody so much, or even say you love them so much that they can do no wrong.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that's not healthy. Like if he says jump, you're really gonna say how high.
They gonna jump. Like they literally, if that man jumped off of a roof, it's gonna be 1,000 of them that jump off the roof with him. I can guarantee it. Like this is some like Charles Manson type ordeal. And I know people gonna get mad that I said that, but if you follow how they act, the things they say, the things they ignore, like anything he say, they just grab onto and just it's like he's God to them.
It's weird. It's weird. But you know what, man? Like honestly, I don't want to say I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not, but at the same time, for me, I can say for me, things were easier when he was president. Things things
I'm
were helping out, things were increasing, things were getting better. And at first it was a shock. It took a while. I want to say it took about 2 years for me to be like, oh, wait a minute. Things are getting better now. Things are moving. Things are changing. And when he got out of office and Biden came in, it was like, boom, doors closed. Like, I noticed my downtown area shops were shutting down. Things were
well,
getting closed up.
wait. I hate when people say that because y'all seem to think that once the president jumps in, that his policies go in right away. That's not what happens. The reason presidents like the second terms is because then you get to see what I'm really doing.
Right. No, I understand that. I understand. It definitely takes. I don't think presidents should be 8 years or 4 year terms. I think it should be 6 year terms, and you should have at least two.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is like when Trump first came in, I didn't like it. Um, I begged and pleaded, like, get him off of Twitter, get him the fuck off of social media, like stop. Like if he didn't have his phone, holy shit, he wouldn't have so much like negativity on him. You know what I mean? Like people, please, even grown men, listen to me very clearly right now. Your opinion is none of my business, okay? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, we don't need to hear everything, okay? So with him, I was just like, shit, like, Verizon, turn off his cell phone. Like, come on,
Mhm.
man, somebody do something. But again, the first 2 years, I wasn't happy. I didn't like it. I didn't like what he represented, what he stood for. But it took 2 years, and I started seeing the changes, and I'm like, oh, this is okay. This is nice. Things are actually moving. Things are actually improving. When Biden came in, I want to say it was about maybe a little over a year, maybe about 14, 15 months in, shit changed, bro. Like it was like, what the hell? It was almost like we stopped working with China and everything got super expensive because it was coming from China or because it was coming from somewhere else. Things got so much pricier and it hasn't stopped.
Well,
And
y'all,
it's just insane. It wasn't like that when Trump was in there.
well, of course not, because he was in there and Obama was the president first. So Obama had everything running smooth sailing. Trump didn't have to do anything, really. Like, he didn't really have to do much of anything. His policies that kicked in with Biden, not while he was in president, really. And then people seem to forget COVID. That was Trump. That was all Trump. Them riots that happened, that was under Trump. So it wasn't smooth and an easy sailing as people may think it was. It was not. Like, yeah, things were a little lower, but they were going to go up eventually anyway because of what happened with COVID. Everything started shutting down. Businesses started closing. People's lives got taken because of COVID, because of our president. If you're going to be the president and you have no problem taking all the responsibility for everything that's good, then you need to be that same president and take every responsibility of everything that's bad that happened under your watch.
Yeah, well said. Absolutely, well said. And I think it does depend on where you're living at the time,
Yes.
because you know firsthand, you've been where I live.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different than where you're
Yeah.
at. At the time during COVID happened, I lived in Idaho,
Yeah.
and Idaho is totally different than the inner city of Wisconsin
Yeah.
or the inner city of Pennsylvania. Like it's two totally different worlds. So in my world, everything was improving, was getting better.
Right. Right.
Um, However, speaking to family that lived in like Florida, things weren't easy for them. Things were hard. I had family that unfortunately had to leave Florida because things were so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a give and take. It definitely
Yeah.
depends geographically where you're at. But I can only speak from my experience.
Yeah.
Um, I liked it when he was halfway through his term. I kind of wish I would have seen what the second term would have done, just because things were improving, they were moving forward. And then once Biden got in, again, about a year, maybe a year and a half into his presidency, like shit took a downward spiral hard, and it hasn't gone up. Like it just hasn't, man. Like I remember at one point, what, a dozen of eggs was like $3-4. You know, gas is like shooting up, and I mean it's crazy. You can't get a loan. You want to get a vehicle, you're going to pay a high percentage rate. You want to get a house. There were houses that I've seen with my own eyes that at one point were 180,000, 200,000, that are going for half a million right now. Like it's insane. The inflation is as crazy as hell. And I understand things change, but this dramatically, this fast, this hard, and we're unprepared for it as a nation, it's crazy. And the fact that we're sending all this money everywhere else, we're printing money left and right, going to other countries, and this is under Biden, while there's people here suffering, that's bullshit.
But that's
That's
every
bullshit.
president. That's
I
every.
no, I get that. I get that. That is every presidency, but this is what we have in office now. And I don't like what we have in office now. I don't like the representation that he's given off. We're the United States of America. We are the strongest. We are the elite. We need to be represented by a president that can handle himself. We need to be
Wait,
represented. Not saying that Trump's the guy, but we need to be represented by a president that's well spoken, that doesn't need drugged up to stay awake, that has balls, and that can change things, but not only walk the walk, but talk the talk at the same time. And we need something fresh, man. We need something new. These old guys ain't doing it. I'm sorry.
well, that's the thing, America. Y'all love to put these old ass dudes in there like they're really about something. Like Trump is a liar, an habitual liar. He's a felon. This is who y'all want to represent somebody that can't even lead a freaking country. Well, how is other countries going to talk to him? He can't go there. So, and again, the same people that are Trump fans have been talking about felons and all of these things for years upon years, and now they're okay with felons because they leader is a felon. So now it's a cool thing to be like this. You are so right when you said America needs new reputation. I'm not a Joe Biden fan. I'm really not. I don't like him that much. I never liked him. But between those two, and it's a sad thing to choose from. Like this is the best America had to offer. That's ridiculous. That makes us look shitty.
That statement is strong, and I think that statement isn't going in people's heads. You're deciding the president of the United States, the best of the best. This is all you got? Like, really? Like, bro, at the end of the day, Trump, bro, you lost. What you coming back for? Like I laugh till this day and I live in a state where there's a lot of them. I laugh to this day when I see people flying that Confederate flag. I'm like, why are you flying the losing flag? For what? For what? You lost, homeboy. Matter of fact, you lost so hard, you and your family reenact the losing every year. That's how bad you lost. Come on, move on. Okay? We need to move forward. We need to move into the future. And where's all the talk about uniting? Where's all the talk about we need to work together? Where's all the talk about growing? It's not there. It doesn't exist. It's always we need to help the immigrants. We need to help the blacks. We need to help the illegals. We need to help this. No, we need to help each other. Because if we don't help each other to grow, we're just stagnant. We're just static. We ain't gonna go nowhere. It's gonna be the same shit, same toilet, and we're just flushing it over and over and over. It ain't really gonna do anything.
Well, the problem is people don't want to listen. There is no dialogue. And when people try to have a dialogue, somebody's not going to hear it. They want to hear what they want to hear. And if you're not saying what they want to hear, they're not listening anymore.
Yeah. Or you don't want to, man, it feels like WWE. You know what they do? If you badmouth Trump, do you know what's the following words that come out? Oh, because Biden's better, right?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's not what this is about.
That's not what we said.
No, that's not what this is about. You know, just because I don't like him doesn't mean I love him.
Exactly.
You know, like, come on here. You cannot accept every single thing that comes out of this man's mouth. If you do, you're sheep. That's it. You're sheeple. Like, come on, have a backbone. You know half the shit he says don't fucking make sense. You know, how for somebody to tell me he's not racist, okay, but he sure has the backing.
Facts. Yep.
You sent me a video the other day. I don't know where they were at,
Mm-hmm.
but these people were walking in uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Khaki pants, white shirt, the flag. And the first post that I sent to you, I replied back. I said, "Damn, Walmart's out of khaki pants." And they were flying their flag, true and proud for who? For Trump.
Trump, yeah.
You know, like, come on, man. You show me somebody that's waving that Confederate flag and ask them who they running for. I guarantee you they're gonna say Trump.
Yep.
Because I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay? I live on the border of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia. I see it every day.
Well, trust me, I do too. Where I live at, it is Trump Central here.
And it's okay again to like somebody, but come on, man. What does it take? What does it take for him to actually harm someone on camera in front of you? And then you're just gonna find a way to justify that?
They have. I mean, everything this man has done and said, they have found the way to justify it. No matter what it is, no matter how bad it is, they don't care. Like, and okay, that's fine. That's fine. But at some point, you're going to have to realize that this man, A, is not for you. He don't give a damn about y'all. And B, he is an obituary liar. Like, he lies about, and everything is about him. Like, everything is always about him. And when things don't go his way, it's always somebody else's fault. That is a problem to me. Because you never take ownership of anything that you do. I can't stand by somebody that never takes ownership of nothing they've done wrong. To him, he's perfect. To his following, he is perfect. That is a problem. I don't think God is reincarnated in Donald Trump. So,
yeah, we've heard him say it, his own words. I've done no wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done no wrong. Come on. Now, you said a strong statement earlier. You said he's not here for y'all. Mm-hmm. Tell me, who is y'all?
America, pretty much. Unless you're in that group that's elite.
Who's the elite?
People with money, people with power.
How much money?
More than I got.
Okay, so plain and simple. Okay, if you're not in these board meetings with him, if you're not in his circle, if you're not actually one of his, I forgot what they call it when they donate money to him or whatever, like the millions and millions of dollars. If you're not part of that group, he's not for you, people. Wake up. I know people that make $250,000 a year and they swear they bleed Republican and they bleed Trump and da da da. Trump doesn't give a fuck about your little $250,000. He don't care. Oh, you're a millionaire? He ain't for you. He's dealing with generational money. Okay, you got to understand the circles that he's with. They treat money like a chess move. That's all it is. That's all it is. And if you're not in that circle, then you're playing checkers, homie. You're just getting jumped. You're playing checkers. That's all it is.
And I am not telling people that I am a Biden fan. Like, I'm not a Biden fan either. He has said some things over the years. I just look at him like, are you stupid?
Vice President Trump. Did you catch the last
one? Yeah. I've seen his his mistakes. Yeah.
Mistakes. Then the just fall asleep. Just, like somebody give him some more cocaine and wake him up, please.
Like, I just don't understand, America, what y'all have done.
I don't. It's sad. It's. He's not all there. He's not all there.
No.
I heard a clip when they did the Trump and Biden debate.
Yeah.
And his wife, this is Biden's wife, walks Biden off stage, and his wife talks to him like a child. Like, honey, you did so well. You answered all the questions very well. I'm so proud of you. You did it. You really did it. I'm like, what? Like, my wife talks to me like that. I'm like, excuse me? Like, it's sad, man. It's sad. And come on, man. Whenever he's talking and he's alert and he's this and he's that, he's drugged up. He's drugged up. I don't give a fuck what you say. Because when he's not drugged up, he's not there. He's off topic. He's misquoting. And you're the president of the United States. Do you realize when you say something wrong, you can cause so much war? You can cause so much hatred? You can cause so much anything. Disbelief? America doesn't believe in you anymore. You're done. We don't believe in you. And what's happening is you have people now that love Trump, right? And then you have people that hate Trump. I don't really hear people that love Biden. I hear people that hate Trump that they're voting for Biden because they hate Trump.
Well, that's what it is. It's a lesser of two evils. Which one are you going to go with? My biggest thing is this, though, with Democrats. I'm going to call out Democrats right now. Y'all are trying to get Biden to step down as president. Okay. It is July. The polls are in November. There is no way you can find a candidate that fast that's going to be able to withstand this with Trump.
Yeah.
So.
And it doesn't look like they're prepping Kamala for it. I'm sorry.
That's another topic for another day. So I feel like Democrats and people on TV shows, and I've seen George Clooney and all these other people who are so Democratic but want Biden to step down. You can't do that to him. Not right now. Because I didn't see nobody in the Republican Party asking the felon to step down when he has, how many is it, 34 cases that he lost against him? Why is nobody asking the felon to step down? And how was a felon even able to run for presidency in the first place? Can we talk about that situation? How does that make sense for America? That looks great for us. So,
Right. And you know what's weird too is because I've heard the excuse, well, it happened while he was president. That's the biggest fucking like
that makes it 100 times worse.
exactly. Exactly. It wasn't like, sorry, sir, you can't run. You were a previous felon. But if you committed felonies while you're president, you get the pass. You get the no. No.
Like America is this big ass joke now. Like no matter who wins, whichever one wins, we're still looked at as the laughing stock. Period.
You know, not to say she's young or anything, but I was really waiting for the opportunity for Hillary to say, "Hey guys, I can run. I can step in." But I think maybe she's waiting for the next go round.
I think she better be done.
Because we kind of talked about this. The next go round, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be either the biggest joke we've ever seen, or it's going to be like the biggest fresh air, breath of fresh air.
Yep.
Like, okay, wait a minute, we got this, we got that. You know, let's really sit down and talk about this.
My other thing is though, before we end this, who the hell is Trump vice president? He's never said who he's picking. Still, it is July.
My sources, right? Because you know, I know people who know people are saying K from the JK theory is interested in running. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't run that one. I would happily decline.
I don't know. I mean, it comes with its benefits, you know.
Ain't that much benefits in the world for me. I still have morals and beliefs that I still gotta go with. I'm good.
So it's weird. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna find out more about the shooting, about what occurred.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very surprised about how much footage is not out there available because you've got a crowd full of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Serving their master, right?
Yep.
Trump there, blah, 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 blah. You can't tell me there wasn't at least 100 people with their cell phones out.
Right.
All these different angles.
That is true.
Right?
That's a good point.
Like, where's that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so again, my heart condolences go to the families that lost their loved ones and whoever got hurt. You know, it's tragic, it's sad, but it doesn't seem right. I urge you guys to check out the video again. Take a look at what I'm saying. I could be totally wrong. Again, this is just a theory, but I could be totally right.
Yep.
So you do want to check that out. Again, this is the JK theory. These are our opinions, our thoughts. We give it to you real or uncut. So if you don't like it, leave a message in a comment. Let us know how you feel about it. If you want to reach out to us, especially Kay, send us an email, thejktheory@gmail.com. And I'm Jay.
I'm Kay.
Until next time, peace.
Peace.